Hello students, today we are going to explain about different methods to draw hyperbola. So here the first statement is given. Two fixed points A and B are 50 mm apart. Two fixed points A and B are 50 mm apart. Draw the curve traced out by point P moving in a plane such that the difference of its distances from A and B will remain constant and equal to 20 mm. Two fixed points A and B. So A and B are the fixed points. Here the differences remains constant and the curve will be the hyperbola. This statement reveals the definition of the hyperbola. And as we all know that the fixed points are focus points and the focus points are 50 mm apart. So A and B are the fixed points and A and B are 50 mm apart, 25, 25, 50. So let us say that B is the fixed point, it is focus point F1, and A is the fixed point and it is the focus point F2. Here the difference of its distances, that means the difference of the moving point, or the difference of the distance of the moving point from the fixed points A and B will remain constant and equal to 20 mm. So here we have to take vertex points at this distance 20 mm. This 20 mm distance will gives us the distance between the vertex point. Marking from the center 10 mm, 10 mm, V1, V2. So now after marking the vertex point or focus points, let us say that the name of this method will be foci and vertices method, or we can also say that this is the arc of the circle method to draw the hyperbola. So after marking vertex points at the given difference and focus point, which are the fixed points, let's do the next step. Now what will be the next step? So the next step will be, we have to mark the points from F1 on the right direction, from F 1, 2, 3. You can mark more than 3 points also. Here we have taken the distance between these 3 points 1, 2 and 3 equals to 1 centimeter. So after marking these points, what we have to do? We have to measure these points 1, 2, 3 from vertex point V1 and V2, and we have to give an arc from the focus points. So measure the first point 1 from V1 and give an arc from the focus points 1, 2, from both focus points 3, 4. Then after measure this first point from vertex point V2. So measure the distance of 1 from V2 and give an arc from the focus point F1 over here 1, 2, from F2 over here 1, 2, and mark these points 1, 2, 3, 4. Now measure the distance of 2 from V1 and give an arc from the focus points 1, 2, also from focus point F2 1, 2. Now measure the point 2 from V2 and give an arc from the focus point F1 1, 2, focus point F2 1, 2. Mark these points 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure the third point from V1 to 3. Give an arc from the focus point F1 1, 2, focus point F2 1, 2. Now measure the third point from V2 and give an arc from the focus point F1 over here, F2 over here, and mark these points as P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6 over here, also P1, P2, P3, P4, P4, P5, P6, and draw the freehand curve passing through these points. The curve generated will be the hyperbola by arc of the circle method, or we can also say that foci and vertices method. So this will be the hyperbola. Now let us prove the statement. In the statement it is given that two fixed points A and B are 50 mm apart. So F1 and F2 are the fixed point. Draw the curve traced out by point P moving in a plane. The point P is moving in a plane such that the difference of its distances from A and B will remain constant. Difference of its distances from A and B will remain constant. Now let us say that these points are the moving point, the points on the curve. We can say that the moving point is the point on the curve, or the moving point will generate the curve. So let us mark this point P1. P1 is the moving point. So what we have to do? We have to measure the distance of A to P1 and B to P1, because A and B are the fixed points and P is the moving point. So the statement says us that AP1 minus BP1 remains constant. That means the point P moving in a plane such that the difference of its distances, so the difference of its distances, distance of the moving point from A and B will remain constant and equal to 20 mm. So we have to prove that the difference will be equal to 20 mm. So the distance of A to P1, what is A to P1? It is equal to V21. What is A to P1? It is equal to V21. So we have measured V21 and we have given R over here to mark the P1. So the distance of AP1 is equal to V21 minus BP1 is equal to V121. So V21 and V121, V221. So V221 distance is equal to 10 plus 10, or we can say that 10 plus 25 up to B. V2 to this point 10 mm, from this point to B is equal to 25 mm, and from this point to 1 is equal to 10 mm. We have taken this distance as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. So the distance of V2 to 1 is equal to 10 plus 10 plus 25. So it is equal to 45 minus V1 to 1. So the distance of V1 to 1, see V1 to 1, this distance is 25 mm and this distance is 10 mm. So this distance will be 15 mm. So the distance of V1 to 1 is equal to 15 plus 10. It is equal to 25. So the difference is 20 mm. So this is the proof of the statement, and we have drawn the curve by using the arc of the circle method. Now next method. In the next method it is given that draw rectangular hyperbola passing through point 2 P23. We can mark this point on the coordinate system, x-axis, y-axis. On the x-axis we have to mark 2 mm or 2 units of equal length, so 1, 2, and on the y-axis we have to mark 3 units, so 1, 2 and 3. Draw the lines passing through 2, vertical lines passing through 2, horizontal line passing through 3. The intersection of this point will be the point P, and we have marked this point by using the rectangle. So we will generate the rectangular hyperbola by using these points, or which will pass from this point P to 3. This point P will be 2, 3, 2 on x-axis, 3 on y-axis. So after marking point P, draw lines from the origin like this, one which will intersect this line, two which will intersect this line, three, one line over here, four like this, 1 2 3 4. Now mark the point of intersection of these lines to horizontal line passing from P. This is 1 2 3 and this is 4 point, and also mark the intersection point of these lines to the vertical line passing from point P. So this will be 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash and 4 dash. Now what we have to do, we have to draw vertical lines from 1 2 3 and 4, so parallel to y-axis, 1 2 3 and 4, and now we have to draw lines parallel to the x-axis from 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash and 4 dash. Now mark the intersection point of this vertical and horizontal line passing from 1 and 1 dash. So this point will be P1, 2 dash 2, P2, 3 dash 3, P3, 4 dash 4, P4, and draw the freehand curve passing to these points P1, P2, P3, P4 and P. The curve will be the hyperbola using the rectangles. So these are the two methods to draw hyperbola. One is the rectangle method and other is a foci and vertices method. So this is the end of the topic conics. Thank you.